Hey everybody, it is leg day. I know, the dreaded leg day, which I've actually learned to love. So everybody knows you can't have a complete physique or be a bodybuilder, model in any sort of way if you're walking around with a massive upper body and then you got these tiny little toothpick legs. So very important not to skip leg day, and that's what we are gonna cover here today. Obviously, with the whole COVID thing going on and gyms being closed, we can't do heavy squats, we can't do heavy leg presses because I have a very limited amount of weight at home. So what I've been doing and what's really been working to maintain and even grow my legs and bring out the definition is giant sets, where we're gonna do like 5, 6, even more exercises back to back with no rest in between. So the fatigue starts to build up, the lactic acid and blood just fills into the muscles, and it makes even a lighter weight feel much heavier. Just like the other workouts, we're also gonna implement very controlled motion, focusing on really trying to stretch, squeeze, and isolate the muscle we're looking to target so that we can make that weight feel as heavy as possible and the resistance to be as appropriate and as beneficial as possible with progressive overload. So stick around for the workout, it's gonna be a good one. Now with leg training, I always start with my weak point and work towards my strong. So I start with calf training. I have been doing a triset, so 3 exercises. I will do 10 repetitions of weighted one leg calf raises. Then I'll do 10 repetitions on the other leg of weighted calf raises, and then I will do 20 repetitions with both legs together. So I'll do those 3 exercises back to back, then I'll rest for about 30 to 45 seconds and then do it all over again. So I will do 10 rounds of those exercises. So by the time I'm done, I've done 100 repetitions of one leg calf raises on each leg and 200 repetitions with both legs together, for a total of 400 repetitions. So it's a lot of calf raises. We're using volume to make up for lack of weight. Then we move into hamstrings. I've been doing a triset with these as well. So 3 exercises. I start with one leg at a time, resistance band curls on the chair. These are actually a lot harder than they look if you really focus on getting a good stretch and then contracting at the top. Almost picture the back of your leg as a bicep. So your hamstring as a bicep, and you're trying to come up and contract that hamstring just as if you were doing a curl with your arm. So those really get a good pump and contraction in my hamstrings and really isolate the muscle. From there, I'll move directly without rest into lying Swiss ball hamstring curls. I'll usually do 15 to 20 repetitions of these. The ball wants to wobble around, so you really have to keep the hamstrings engaged the entire time to keep your legs from shooting off to one side to the other. So these are really good exercise for hamstrings as well. And then I'll finish off stretching everything out with 20 repetitions of Romanian deadlifts, pushing the hips back, getting a good stretch on the hamstrings at the bottom, and then squeezing at the top. You'll notice I don't come all the way to the top to try and keep tension on the hamstrings throughout the entire movement. So I'll do 3 to 4 rounds of those exercises back to back, resting about a minute in between each triset. Then we move into the quadriceps, the thighs. We start off with split squats. Since we can't do heavy squats, try and make it feel heavier by using one leg at a time here. I will do 20 repetitions on each leg here to start off the giant set for quads. After these split squats, we move directly into box squats. So we start seated on the chair here, holding the kettlebell, and then nice and controlled, come up to the top without locking out, so you keep tension on the quads, and then controlling back down to the bottom, just enough to kill momentum before coming back up to the top. And then from there, again without rest, we move directly into hack squats with the dumbbells off to the side. So with the hack squats, the nice thing about them is you can counterbalance yourself by swinging the weights forward to get some extra depth that you would not otherwise be able to get. So we do 20 repetitions of hack squats. Repetitions are a little bit higher with legs for me, again, to compensate for lack of weight and really pump some blood in there. It's a good cardio workout too. And then from there, directly into some sumo squats. So taking a wide stance to target the inner thighs, squatting down with the kettlebell, and then coming up We go for 20 repetitions here as well. As the sets go on and fatigue kicks in, the repetitions tend to speed up a little bit. I try and keep them slow and controlled, but the burn just becomes too real sometimes, and you have to just grit your teeth and power through it. Then the next exercise in the sequence is sissy squats. Again, these are deceptively difficult, especially after the exercises we just did back to back. So I aim for around 15 repetitions or so of these, balancing myself just slightly on the chair, really coming down and stretching the quads at the bottom, and then nice and controlled, using a contraction to pull yourself back up to the top. So these really are a nice stretch on the quadricep muscles towards the end of the set. And then we finish off with alternating lunges. Sometimes I will do them walking from one side of the apartment to the other. Other times I will do them in place. I usually do 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg. So I'll repeat that circuit 3 times. So that's it. That's legs. Legs are dead. Gonna go eat, maybe pass out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.